question is, why are we talking about it now? The answer is, I think this is one of the most attractive times in the history of the company to invest. The stock trades at one of the widest discrepancies between the underlying net asset value, and we have a much better understanding of the business, and the business has had a huge head start over the last 6 years. So if you look at the Irvine Ranch principles, we've adopted them. Sole owner in Howard Hughes, thoughtful master plan, continual reinvestment in the land, minimizing third-party equity, in fact, buying out our partners, long-term approach, judiciously selling land but not dumping land on the market, and being an appropriate long-term steward. We've got a conservative balance sheet. We stopped selling commercial land. When owned by others, DGP, they would sell off land basically to pay debt service. We stopped land sales. In fact, we started buying out parts of the MPCs we didn't control, because we understood that once you get to a certain tipping point, the commercial development opportunity becomes large. Once you get beyond a certain population, you can start building vertically. And we control effectively all of the commercial and residential vacant land, and we control the zoning. And when you own these assets in the later stages of a master plan community, you can build enormous value. And it's a business with a virtuous cycle. So you start by selling lots to home builders. That brings in a population that creates demand for shopping centers, office buildings. You build the buildings, they generate cash flows, and so on and so forth. That makes it a more appealing place to live. You can sell residential lots at a higher price, and the cycle continues. Let me give you a few examples of the MPCs that are owned by Howard Hughes. The Woodlands, for anyone who's been to Texas, it's one of the most, considered the most desirable place to live in Houston. It's a city, as I mentioned, twice the size of Manhattan. We own the vacant land. We control the zoning. We control the timing of supply. 115,000 residents, ranked as the best place to live in Texas, the sixth best place to live in the country. ExxonMobil just moved their corporate campus very close to the Woodlands, a 5 million square foot campus. And in fact, we did a build-to-suit for Exxon in the property. Perfect example, we saw this nice piece of vacant land. We said, what should we do there? We came up with an idea. Fast forward, in 2.5 years, we built 1.5 million square feet of space, leased it up, and are generating ultimately $50 million of net operating income from this property. Unlike a REIT that has to buy land or buy buildings, we have an enormous amount of internal development opportunities. There's more than 50 million square feet of unbuilt vertical opportunity inside this company.